Hello Mayhem Makers, have I got an amazing new collection for you guys. If you ever saw the Neverland collection from Riley Blake that was done previously, this newest version is adorable, and if anybody knows me, they know I am a Tinkerbell fanatic. It may even be on one of my credit cards, and me and Disney, you know, we're like this. So I always love a good Disney theme-esque type fabric collection. And this one's just super cute. So it's by Riley Blake. I'll show you the fabrics first and then we'll get into pre-cuts and patterns. But look at how super cute. So it is that softer pastel. So we've got kind of that pink background with those gorgeous vibrant greens, purples, and pinks. And so you can do all kinds of fun things. You can do, you know, quilts. I'd say quilts for kids, but let's be honest, I would do a quilt for me. We've got Peter Pan, Wendy, Captain Hook. I may have to show you both sides. We've got the boat. I mean, there's just so much going on this piece. There's the gator. Oh, we've got everybody. We've got the Lost Boys. A little bit of everything in this piece, which I love. And this is kind of a lavender background. So if you go to the website, go to quiltingmayhem.com, type in Forever Neverland. You can see the full collection on your screen. But if you're having problems with the colors, because I know everybody's computer is a little different, it may show a little bit different. So that last one was lavender. This is definitely more what I would call a periwinkle. Get the schmutz off of it there. So once again, we've got a lot of the characters. This is a more tonal piece. Then we've got just kind of your night sky, some clouds, moons, stars. This is a fairly large collection, so you'll have a lot of options, a lot of colorways to work with. So if you have somebody that maybe doesn't like pink or doesn't like purple, you can pull some of those pieces out. So here's that night sky again, and that darker purple with kind of the moon's almost a limey green. It's an interesting yellow green. And then we have mermaids. I love this piece. So all different kinds of mermaids. So you don't even have to be a Peter Pan fanatic if you're a mermaid lover. I've got some of those friends out there. And this is that green background. And so then we've got the characters on the green background. We've got the crocodile, Captain Hook, Peter Pan, the Jolly Roger, all of that in that piece. I really love the floral in all the different, this darker green background, look at how those colors pop out. So those jungle palms and plants are just, they're gorgeous in that. Then we're back to the colorful characters. And this is a really dark tealy green. Definitely a different color palette. I like it, but it's, you know, a little harder to describe when it's not your average blues and greens. So there's that night sky again in that darker teal. And then we've got, of course, little Tinkerbell fairies on kind of a mint green background. A couple different cute fairies. I do also like that, like this piece is a tossed. Some of them are directional, so keep that in mind. If you're using it for borders, you may want to buy extra. Characters again on that mint green. This would be a great binding. Palm trees in kind of a stripy format. I always like a stripe that isn't like just a boring plain stripe. They add a little fun to it. And then we have the green background of the characters. Then we've got that jungle print kind of again with the green background, but still the colors just really pop out in this print especially. And then of course mermaids with a pink background, fairies in a pink background. So any of you pink and fairy lovers, this is the piece for you. And you could do bags out of this. This would even be a cute shirt, like a summer shirt, like a button-up. I think the palms would be fun. Maybe gives me some In and Out vibes. Any California people, you'll know. That In and Out logo with the palm trees. Here you go. once again, like you can do quilts, you can do bags, you can do even small baby quilts could be fun. There's the fairy print in a lime green, like lime, citrusy green, which I love. I love this green. And then the mermaids again in that green background. So those are all the fabrics. Like I said, it is a fairly large collection, which does give you a lot of variety to work with. So if there's colors you don't like, just leave them out, all that kind of stuff, or it'll be just a fun all over quilt. We did get one pattern in that was made specifically to go with this collection called Neverland. And this quilt is 50 by 62. It calls for some fat eighths, fat quarters, plus additional backgrounds for the background of Peter Pan and the border. So that was Neverland. And it's by Sew a Story, Jennifer Long. Then we have charm packs. They call them stackers, so these are 5-inch squares of the collection. And that's what they show for the collection. And then, of course, 10-inch stacker with all the pieces. And you should get duplicates of some of the pieces. They never tell you which ones you get duplicates of, which is not fun. But unfortunately, that's just how it goes with everybody. And then they call these roly-polies. So your 2.5-inch strips of that collection. So you get all those lovely colors in that roll. So you get that lime green, the purples, the pinks, all put together. And if you come into the shop to shop for it, we can always point out some patterns that are pre-cut friendly that'll make a cute quilt out of this fabric if you need some help. And then, of course, we also have a panel that goes with this. Let's see. So hopefully, how are we doing, Gage? Is it in?
Yeah, it's in there.
All right. So Peter Pan, Wendy, all the family, Captain Smee. I love this. I may have done some cosplay as Captain Smee and Captain Hook with my kid at Disneyland. So even the crocodile and the mermaids. You got all those pieces in there. This is, I didn't measure it, but I'd say this is only about 2/3, so not a full yard width. So it is longer than it is wide. It is not a 1 yard cut. It is skinnier. So if you're looking at your patterns to see what to work with, once again, we can help you with some Villa Rosa patterns and some other patterns that we have. Or if you're going through, this is definitely, it's not a 1 yard. It's, you know, that 2/3 yard. So it is a little skinnier, but super adorable. And as I said, it'll be on the website on quiltingmayhem.com. Just go to that Forever Neverland to see all the pieces that can go with this collection. So this just hit the stores this week. It's super cute. And of course, if you're local, we do have like fat quarters cut and those kinds of things. So hopefully you were following us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube for all the inspiration of what we've got going on, all our newest events. Make sure you're joining our newsletter because that keeps you up to date with all our specials. And every week we tell you new products that come into the store. So if I didn't get it on a live, you'll know it through the newsletter. So we hope you have a lovely day and keep on stitching.